The world, guys, of Harry Potter is one that is absolutely fascinating to me. Reminds me a lot, of course, of the Lord of the Rings in movies and fiction and things of that nature. And I gotta say, guys, that I am incredibly excited about the upcoming title that is going to be coming out, guys, from Warner Brothers, that being Hogwarts Legacy, which of course is going to be, the Wizarding World, that being in a video game format. Now, we've had these in the past, guys, but this one looks to be different. I want to talk in this segment of the show about everything we know so far about Hogwarts Legacy. So let's get into it. In an article written by Heather Wald of Games Radar, Hogwarts Legacy was officially announced during the PS5 showcase in September. Developed by Avalanche and published by Warner Brothers Games under the Portkey Games label, which is dedicated to Harry Potter games, a next-gen adventure set in the Wizarding World is well and truly on the way. We've gathered together everything we know about Hogwarts Legacy so far in one place. So as far as the release date is concerned, guys, with the release of a teaser trailer, the PS5 showcase revealed that Hogwarts Legacy is set to come to the PS5 as well as the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series X. Along with next-gen consoles, it's also set to ride its broomstick on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We don't yet have an exact release date, but it's expected to launch sometime in 2021. So, obviously, guys, this being, a story. Now, we got a teaser, and I got to say, I was so thrilled to see this, guys. I mean, this is a place, obviously we have Fantastic Beasts, that is, the newer movies that have come out related to this world that J.K. Rowling did create. But as far as from video game format, like pretty much all the games that have come out regarding Harry Potter and such, I just haven't been a fan of. It's cool being able to play in this, what feels like a living, breathing place, but I just don't feel that it was done as well as it could have been. This is starting to feel like it's something different. Now, 2021, I would expect it as well in 2021, maybe 2022. Just depends on where they are as far as development is concerned. And then on top of that, guys, obviously with the pandemic going on, is it going to be delayed because of that? So we'll have to kind of wait and see. Take the 2021 release date with a pinch of salt. So as far as the Hogwarts Legacy story, Warner Brothers Frequently Asked Questions support page states that Hogwarts Legacy isn't a direct adaptation of the books and films, but it will be anchored in Wizarding World lore. While it will stay true to the lore of the Harry Potter universe, you won't be seeing Harry, Ron, or Hermione in this adventure, since you'll be playing as a student attending the famous school for witchcraft and wizardry during the 1800s. Set hundreds of years before Potter is born, you get to experience student life and embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the Wizarding World. I love it. Absolutely love it, guys. Here's why. The movies and such, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, they are obviously the core of what Harry Potter was all about. But what I love, though, about this is you're not going to take the helm as one of those characters. I think it's great that we're seeing a different side to this. Years and years before, Harry Potter was thought about. That is what's so cool about this story, I believe, is going to be almost like you're creating your own character, your own, basically you're able to create your own wizard, your own student that you're going to be able to kind of take the helm of and control throughout the course of this wizarding world and see things as they were back then. Even though it's set, of course, in that world, guys, it's not, a direct adaptation. And I think that's a really good position for Warner Brothers to take. I know it's a little bit risky, but I think that's good. That's what we want. I think there's things that we need that are different because the games up to this point have been pretty much, kind of in line with what happened in the movies. You kind of know what's going to happen and things of that nature. I think this is going to add some more mystery to it. It should be something really cool. So, as far as the gameplay features, as an open-world RPG, Hogwarts Legacy is said to put you at the heart of your own adventure in the Wizarding World, where you get to be the witch or wizard you choose to be. While we haven't seen details about it or how you can customize your character's appearance, we do know that you'll be able to grow your magical abilities to master spells and combat skills through casting, brewing potions, and taming fantastic beasts. So I'm 100% on board with it. when it comes to the kinds of things you'll be getting up to in its open world setting, Hogwarts Legacy is filled with various missions and scenarios that you'll encounter along your journey. These will challenge your mortality, so it's up to you to decide how you handle each situation. You won't have to face all of the dangers of your journey alone, though. While it is a single-player experience with no multiplayer aspect that we know so far, you will get to select companions who help you face your foes. So 2 things here. Number 1, guys, open world setting. That is huge, guys. Being able to kind of traverse the world in a number of ways that you want, that being that open world scenario, I think is absolutely, I mean, that is huge, guys. I'm so excited about the open world setting. Just because it's going to help you like kind of connect, whether it's, finding different, collectibles and things of that nature, things that help build that legacy, help build that story for you as you're journeying along, the game. Now, the second part of this is no multiplayer, as they know so far. That would be a travesty, in my opinion, if there's no multiplayer. So the one negativity with this, guys, we don't know if this is going to be a full package, that being single player, multiplayer, and co-op modes. And so obviously, guys, I believe that multiplayer needs to be, like in any AAA title, you have to have multiplayer, single player, and co-op modes, in my opinion, to make it that full package to really justify the $60 price tag. Well, at the end of the day, guys, we don't know if there's going to be multiplayer. I would really hope that they do, though. Even if it's they add the multiplayer aspects later on, I just don't think that you shouldn't have multiplayer. I think that you absolutely should. The open world setting is great, but being able to play it with your friends, being able to go up against waves and waves of enemies and such, and cast spells and things of that nature in a PvE setting, or playing against other wizards and students and such in the real world in a PvP setting. I think having those options keep you coming back to the story, coming back to the lore, the multiplayer, coming back to the game instead of going into other games after you're done with the single player story. So hopefully we'll get a full package at the end of the day. Now, one of the big questions, guys, is J.K. Rowling involved? After J.K. Rowling made comments, there's been a lot of concern surrounding whether the author has any involvement in the creation of Hogwarts Legacy. Warner Brothers Games states in the FAQ that J.K. Rowling is not directly involved in the creation of the game. However, her extraordinary body of writing is the foundation of all projects in the wizarding world. This is not a new story from J.K. Rowling. So, with that, we know that she's not involved. Okay, she's just not involved. For one reason or another, we obviously know that she's, pretty much helming a lot of the things that are going on with Fantastic Beasts, which honestly, guys, I've been very happy that Fantastic Beasts is a movie series now that is continuing the lore, the legacy that is, Harry Potter and the wizarding world. I think it's absolutely great. And so she's really focused on that, whereas this is going to be something totally separate. I'm sure they've probably gone to her for some, opinions and things of that nature, but it doesn't sound like other than that, she's really involved. But with that, guys, those are the things that we know so far about Hogwarts Legacy. I'm excited about it. I really am. This gives me vibes of Lord of the Rings. It gives me vibes, of course, of just Harry Potter in general. I'm very excited about it overall. There's a couple of negatives, more positives than negatives in my opinion. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys want to see out of Hogwarts Legacy? And for more Hogwarts Legacy content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.